Welcome to Tales from the Caveside, where Lillian and Chris, we bought a cave house and finca on the outskirts of a small Spanish town. Follow us as we learn to renovate and create a home that we will be proud of.
Welcome to another video. I'm actually in the car. I'm taking Kai to the vets just for a yearly inoculation. Poor thing, it's actually fallen on her birthday. Not that she knows, it makes no difference. And the ladies there always spoil her anyway. In this video we tackle a job that turns into a much bigger job, as they always do. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. If you do, hit that thumbs up. Comments always welcome below. And if you're not already subscribed, consider subscribing. It would really help us out. The other announcement we have is that, you know, we've been having a British TV company recording us. They have now decided that because we haven't finished, they want to record some more this year so that we will actually be on the telly next year. So we'll see how that goes. More recording for them this year. And the only other piece is, guys, don't forget the fairy doors. I'm really looking forward to this. I hope you guys are having some fun making some. Hope you enjoyed the video. Bye for now.
Somebody thinks they're part cat, don't you?
Pass it here. That's so that he can eat the grass that's down there. Loki, are you being a cat? Well, as I said, the plumber was coming yesterday, and he did. He came and did the work that we needed. He also did more than we needed. We were going to remove the sanitary wire that was in the bathroom, but he needed to remove it to be able to do the pipe work that was necessary. And by the time he'd finished, we'd run out of light, so I was not able to record it yesterday. But that is the remains of the sanitary ware.
Yeah, it's a nice bit of marble, but it's no use to us.
No, exactly.
And that's the cabinet and the toilet and
everything. We just lobbed it all in there.
Dover,
come out.
come out of there, mate. You've got a peg on your nose. It does all in there.
It does.
Wow.
So those were the cappings off that we needed doing. He's put a tap over there for us, and just as a temporary solution, he stuck some bags in the waste, because those wastes go directly to our septic tank to try and stop smells. We now need to clean this up in here and put a more permanent temporary solution so that we don't get the smells coming up from the septic tank. The reason we have to fashion some sort of a solution for the soil pipe going in the bathroom floor is because it's not been done with traditional sized pipe work. The correct pipe work has not been used.
Oh no, he said it's agricultural pipe work, didn't he?
So the size that's been used is just some agricultural pipe work as opposed to what is traditionally used for the bottom of a soil pipe. Should be, I think he said, it's not 110 and ours is about 116. So they don't make an actual cap that you just fit in, which you can get for standardly in a bathroom when you remove a toilet pan. So that's why we're going to have to fashion something. Change my outfit, as you can see, because I'm dealing with muck again for a change.
Yeah.
Just going to use this stuff, the agua fuerte, which is a type of acid, because I've been cleaning in here, and this has got lime scale just over the years. It's rock solid. I've tried scraping it off with a metal thing, it's not doing anything, and I need this clean so that we can then cap it in some way.
Yes.
And it's the same around here.
Yeah.
So may as well put this stuff down and step away quickly, leave it to do its thing.
It works very well.
You see it fizzing. You can buy this in the supermarket. Agua fuerte, strong water. It is actually a 20% concentration of hydrochloric acid.
I'll see if I can get in now. I know it's in Spanish, but certain words do translate. Yeah.
Hydrochloric acid at 20%. And it's brilliant. You just buy it at the supermarket. It's sold specifically for cleaning your patios, some metals, cement, lime. Be careful because it goes effervescent and it's bad for you. One of the things I didn't say earlier was it was a good job that we did choose to use a plumber to come and do this, because when he removed the pan, the toilet pan from that side, the dark mark on the wall over there is actually where the water intake into the room is. And when he removed the old fitting, half of the threads stayed behind inside, so it actually broke as he undid it. Thank goodness if somebody here who had the tools to then remove the remnants from in that. And two of the fittings that we had bought in preparation for doing this, the ones which have got the taps on them, so like for here for the washing machine or under the kitchen sink, two of them turned out was the wrong size. And that's not because we'd bought the wrong size, but because they just used whatever they could find. He said that. He said, I've got stock of all sorts in the back of my van, especially around here, because they just used whatever they could get their hands on. And it's wrong, but I have got the right thing. So I gave him new ones to use somewhere else, and he gave us swapsies, as it were. Well, the Aquaforte's done its thing. Smelling here now with the plastic bags out of the floor holes. Pwah!
Yeah, I told you.
It's lovely. Lovely.
Yes. So how's it come off? Let's have a look. Oh yeah, that's really worked, hasn't it?
Yeah, there's a little bit there which I'm hoping to take with the scourer or
scraper or something.
Scraper or something, yeah.
Probably
It's taken 90% of it.
Yeah.
Which is what matters. Right, so I've cleaned all the muck up from all around. This is what we have to block off, that's the soil pipe. The problem is, it's been almost smashed as opposed to being cut by a saw. So it's got bits here that are sticking up higher than my finger. So we can't put a flat tile over there. We're going to have to smooth this off somehow to this level so we can then put a tile over the top and silicone it down just for now. Also got to remove this screw. That one's rotted off. But this is more of a pain in the posterior as to how we're going to do that, but we're going to have to find some way of doing it. Well, I was going to record what was happening in there, but the language was somewhat blue.
It was incredibly blue. It was it was a really deep blue.
It was.
This was trapped. And as you can see, it's got all green.
That's the bit that was in the wall?
Yes.
Between that room and this room?
Yeah. And some weirdity on here. Don't know. So there are two washers running in there, I guess.
I guess so.
Anyway, that's out of the way now. Things are never easy with us, are they?
We never think things through, do we?
Well, we didn't. It's not that we don't think things through.
Just things get more complicated when we go to achieve something.
That's right.
So the problem is, I wanted the washing machine in here.
Yes.
But it's too close between the back wall and this pipe.
Yes.
So it's not going to be able to go in the corner. Then again, this is a funny angle. You can see by the tiles cut on the floor. So we're going to have to put it further this way, opening this way, whereas I wanted it opening this way. Or maybe not, as long as it's off the wall and doesn't interfere with that. And Chris can fashion something for that. But what we didn't allow for at all, we knew we had dilemmas with moving all this stuff, is the fact the electricity is all the way over here.
Yes.
And so if we put a washing machine here, the cable isn't long enough to reach the electricity. And if we put the washing machine that way on to open this way,
It's even worse.
It's even worse because the cable really isn't long enough. So it's become an even bigger job than it was going to be in the first place.
Yes.
But for now, first things first, got to sort that floor bit out where the pipe sits high, get rid of the screw that's sticking out of the floor. Right, I'll get on with, have a look at this and see what I can clean it, see if I can saw it, see if it's just going to have to be, don't know, something. And then we can get a tile glued down to that with silicone, which isn't a perfect fix, but it will just stop smells coming up.
Yes, it's the only fix we can come up with right now. I don't know what the proper fix would be. I guess that yeah, it'll work out temporary. We need to work something out. We can't fill it with cement or anything else like that because that pipe joins to the kitchen there, and if we did that, then we wouldn't be able to do anything. We wouldn't
Yes, yeah.
thing.
So that it drains from the kitchen is the other side of this wall. The kitchen sink drains down into this same tube and heading out to the tank
As well as the shower,
as
yeah.
well as the shower and everything. So it can't just be filled. Where are we at?
Okay, I've ripped everything out.
Woohoo!
Them things weren't in particularly well. Although we added this stuff because the tiles was all smashed. But these go to here, which is fine.
Yeah.
But the thing about this annex is it's all running on 2.5mm cable. There is no separate fuse trip for the lights or the sockets. They're all on the same one.
Yeah.
Which is how it was done. And we asked the electrician when he was doing it all to sort that out, and he went, "It's fine. It's fine. It doesn't matter."
Okay.
Okay, so that's how it is. Anyway, we got him to add this socket for us,
Yes.
didn't we?
Yeah.
And we did this bit. But his solution for adding the socket was brilliant.
Oh my word. Okay. So this cable just goes through the wall
So there.
to there.
Yeah, but there's no junction box.
No.
It just wired these in, and they're very, very short, into this, and then took off that to go for the light switch and socket.
That's mad.
Yeah, well, he's an electrician. Don't give that much faith in everything else he does now when you see that, but I guess it was just a temporary thing and he thought, they'll call me out and I'll do it properly one day. I don't know, I just trusted an electrician.
Well, exactly.
But it wasn't in a box, and how porous these concrete blocks are, that potentially could have been wet through, but it's not, it's absolutely bone dry. So it looks like I'm going to have to make a hole here,
Yeah.
add a junction box,
Okay.
so we've got enough wire so we can do it properly,
Okay, yes.
and then another little junction box here,
Okay.
and then either cut down or I'll get an external junction box, which we don't have of a reasonable size. We have a big one, but we want a small one, and just trunk it down and give you a double socket.
Perfect. Here we have a classic example of why you leave grout spaces. Chris has been chipping these tiles out, and just the movement has taken the front edge off the tiles next door because they're butted up completely. There's no grout space.
Yeah. Blooming ridiculous.
Yes.
I'll get this knocked out here, ready for doing what I've got to do.
Yeah.
So I might have to use the machine yet, but I'm hoping not.
Okay.
But the tiles are put on with cement.
Yes, there isn't even any tile cement. It's just standard cement. Madness. You can hear Chris in that room there knocking heck out of the walls rather than me just standing around watching. Now the plumber's been, we have isolation taps here, which means this unit can come out because this is absolutely minging. It's disgusting. So disattach these from sink. There's no leakage coming from those, so that is brilliant. That's what we paid him to do. I've removed the sink. I fitted it a long time ago, so it can't be that difficult to take out. And then we'll take the plumbing. The bit I'll have to ask Chris to help with is probably the marble top, because that's going to weigh a ton. Well, you made a big racket.
I did. I had to use the machine. I got through finally. But I was trying to go right where one of the central pillars of the block is. But I found the electricity cable.
Oh, yes.
So now I'll just break
You
it
pick
out.
it up in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll just... I thought that I'd cut down, but they must have done this whilst building it, because it's just threaded down the blocks.
So it is, yeah. Yeah, crazy.
Well, it works.
Makes sense.
Meanwhile, while I'm doing my little thing, Lillian's doing hers.
I'm having such a struggle to get this sink out. Potentially it will clean up. We put it in, it's not that old. So I don't want to destroy it. But we fitted it. There is so much silicone sealant and it's been fitted so well. I can't undo the silicone sealant. I can't get in there. I will, but it's turning into a battle. It's a battle royale that I'm going to win.
Indeed. Right.
Yeah, it's dirty, but I think it's okay.
Okay.
It's worth potentially cleaning up.
It was only a cheap one.
Yes.
And it's quite flimsy, but yeah, if we can rescue it and just put a new tap on it, that'd be a lot better than having to buy a new one of those as well as a tap.
Exactly.
Okie doke.
So, if you didn't see me earlier, I was having to go at this silicone here, my feet are sliding on the floor and I'm trying to get underneath it.
This is as far as I've got. That's the main feed coming into this room. I've opened that up for the junction box. When we had this outside socket put on, when it was done by the electrician, he did it, and that was just long enough. It's not long enough now, really, but I can make it work. And that there goes up there. That's where we're going to have an external junction box, because that's going to be easiest for us without having to break all these tiles. So now I need a piece of conduit that goes from there to there and comes out. And then I'll get a box fitted. Fortunately, the box is going to fit and it's going to be secure, luckily, and only by sheer luck, the size of the hole that I made.
I did it.
Cool.
Believe it or not, I actually had to take a scraper and a hammer to put it underneath just to break all the silicone sealant we put on.
And it's definitely sealed then.
It was definitely sealed.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
And at least we can clean it all up and reuse it again.
Yes. You know, scraper and hammer because I couldn't get it to go. How stupid is that? This is loose. When I was bashing, this was moving.
Yes. Yeah, because it's a cabinet that's been made to fit.
Yes, because we've got another wonky wall here, like you've got a wonky wall in that room.
Yes.
And I'm guessing it's on just with silicone sealant.
I would have thought so.
Yeah.
But again, we've still got to be very, very careful with that backboard.
Yes. Oh, look.
Yeah, you'd already broken the front first.
I had. With bashing the sink.
And I think it had already decided it was on its way out anyway. Jeez, Louise. Okay, are you going to be alright with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Fade away.
Throw it away?
Well, yeah, because we've got no use for it. Have we? Put it to one side.
Put it to one side. I've got on the phone. Anybody want a piece of marble that fits a standard kitchen sink?
No. When we redo this kitchen, we might need that piece of marble.
It would save on worktop. We don't need.
Not only would it save on worktop,
It's cut to the correct angle.
it's also cut to the correct angle. So no, don't
point.
throw it
Don't
away.
throw it away.
Don't throw it away. Don't throw it away at all. Keep it.
This is hilarious. The slotting cooker used to go this space here, and we thought these tiles had been put on as a heat sink. But I guess it was because the cupboard had started to rot, and rather than fixing it properly, don't know, they did that and they're on the silicone sealant. Made a mess.
Yeah. Of course. I've kind of got it in the right place. It's going to have to sit forward in case we retile in here.
Yes.
But it can't sit forward that much, so if we do retile, I don't know how we're going to do it. Obviously we can't retile over the top of everything.
No, we'll sort it.
We'll fix it. So look.
Spot on.
There's a dirty great gap there that I've got to somehow fill with something. I know
Oh, yes. Oh, even further, I haven't touched the end.
No, it's a full block. But once I can get this secure
Yeah.
on three sides, then we're going to have to go and get some of stuff that Andy likes from Think Alive.
No.
We're going to have to, because we've got nothing else.
We're going to fill it with foam.
We're going to have to, because there's nothing else. It's a void behind.
Okay.
But obviously I'm not going to do it all with foam. I'll do it.
Solid Vieta and then fill behind with foam.
I am the thingy, I did it.
Wow.
I know. And it don't look that much of a mess.
Not for you. No, it doesn't. I'm impressed.
I know. I cleaned it all up now.
Nice.
But it's nice and solid already. And that's in.
Awesome sauce, well done.
We just need to obviously backfill that.
Yes. I should go and continue my destruction.
Yeah. I'm sorry I stopped you.
That's all right.
It might be interesting to see that I was the thingy.
The cabinet's coming apart. It is absolutely disgusting behind it. I've managed to break the hardboard off in pieces because it was interfering with these. So that's good. I haven't affected those at all. I now have to... doesn't go back. Anyway, I now have to do something with this. I'm wondering if this will snap in half and I can leave all of this. I'm just going to take this side off now. It's heading that way and see what happens with the bottom bit.
Well, do you want the guy who's the thingy to help?
The guy who's the thingy?
Yeah. Because
Okay.
I am the thingy.
You see, I think once I've taken this off, I can probably hit this piece of chipboard moves. It's not attached to the floor.
Okay.
The only thing that's stopping it from moving is where it's got that pipe coming through it.
Yeah. And that's been
glued.
hasn't it? We don't want to rest on that too much in case we break it.
So my plan was to take this side off. Okay. I can lift the base a bit and see what's happening and potentially just hit it with a hammer and it'll smash.
So if I stand on here...
Now I'm going to take this out first,
yeah,
Bibby.
and pull that up.
Ah, okay, yes. That's the guy who's the thingy.
I am the thingy.
See this? Unfortunately, there's no gold bullion.
Yeah.
But the floor does continue all the way underneath. There's a positive.
Yeah.
And yes, it's definitely been glued, so I reckon I need to hit this with a hammer. Gosh, it's rotten to the core. Look at that. Look at the chipboard.
Yeah, well, don't do that too much
It's like a
because
bit of material.
it's in one piece at the moment.
Yes, okay.
Well,
Right.
kinda. Okay, right, I'll go and do
Get out
something
the way of
else.
the skip. What do you like,
Look at
Mum?
him. Look at him up there. Look. I am the king of my castle, and I'm coming down now.
Because I might be missing out on something.
Yeah.
Yes, I know. I know. I sent you away because I don't want you to get hurt.